As they make their last stand, they find themselves remembering the day they first met, so long ago, so far away. They remember all that's happened since, good times and bad, and dream of what might have been. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Jean Grey, a man named Scott Summers. They were young. They were in love. They were heroes. Today they will prove it beyond all shadow of a doubt. Hey guys, Beast Kid here. I have the X-Men Saga, the Dark Phoenix Saga. I've read this book about 30 times already, and it is by far one of the best X-Men storyline, and if not one of the best Marvel storylines ever created. The book is just fantastic in every way possible. So normally I start off talking about all the characters after I make a stupid beginning bit, but not this time. All the characters in this are phenomenal, and they are flawed. That's what makes them good. So I won't touch about them really unless I'm talking a little bit about what's happening. Unlike some other things, Venom, which is very stupid. The book has the whole bit, like introducing Dazzler and Kitty Pryde and all that. So I won't really be talking about that, and yeah, all of that. So I'll just be picking up over to where it begins. Okay, so you see, we start off with this awesome page with her saying, "Hear me, X-Men. No longer am I the woman you knew. I am fire and life incinerate. Now and forever, I am Phoenix." Which is just an awesome page. And then, on the next page, where it shows a ship and it just says Dark Phoenix from a giant explosion. Oh yeah, it's awesome. So then the X-Men get into a fight with her, and they don't want to kill her because that's their friend. But she's just saying stuff like, "I didn't want this, my dear ones, and yet it was something that I had to do. By striking you down, I cut myself free of these last ties binding me to the person I was, the life I led." She doesn't really want to do it, the Jean Grey of her bit at least, but the Phoenix, the artwork. But sorry if I'm just getting sidetracked, but the artwork is so beautiful. And then she just goes off to charge her power, and Beast comes up and he helps the X-Men up. And she's going around flying across the universe, which is just awesome how fast she can do it. And then, this bit messed me up whenever I first read this book last year. Seconds after that, she is well into the vast emptiness of the interstellar space, and her journey has only just begun. With ridiculous, terrifying ease, she creates a stargate, and this personal space/time hurls her instantly out of the Milky Way and into a galaxy far, far away. Without a thought of consequences, she dives into the heart of a main sequence, G-type star much like our own sun. Its diameter is 1,000,000 times surface temperature degrees, 6,000 centigrade. Core temperature well over 2,000 times that, 14 million degrees. Normally, the star would expect to live for another 6 billion years. In reality, its future can be measured in a matter of minutes, as it is suddenly complexity consumed by Dark Phoenix. And it's just talking about how she just killed an entire planet, and this ones who are asleep are the lucky ones. And then the X-Men start getting ready, and they're like, "Guys, she's here." And then you get this beautiful artwork from John Byrne and Chris Claremont, with the Phoenix just wrapping around the sun. It is truly some of the best artwork in the entire X-Men series. So she goes home to meet with her parents because the Jean Grey bit of her is taking over for that a little bit. And then the X-Men come, and they have a thing to hopefully stop her. And just whenever Wolverine's about to give her the finishing blow, she says, "Strike while the human part of me is still in control. Finish me with your claws. I beg you, I don't want to." And then she just takes control, and then Phoenix takes control again. And then Cyclops comes up, and he's like, "Kill me. You won't do it. You're nice." And it's just awesome. Like, she just slaps Cyclops away, and then Phoenix, well, after Professor X comes up and takes over her a little bit, and then there's this bit talking about how it's a death duel between the strongest mutant minds. You just see Professor X crying, and then the Phoenix is gone. They are happy for a minute. Scott proposes to her in his head, and then they disappear. Not from Thanos snap, no. These people tell him, yo, Phoenix is too deadly, we have to put an end to her. And they say, how about a duel then? My X-Men versus your Warriors. If we win, Phoenix stays. If y'all win, we get rid of Phoenix. They say sure. They start training, and then whenever the fight comes, all the X-Men get defeated, except for Scott and Jean. I already read the bit that happened with Scott and Jean that actually made me cry a little bit. And then the Phoenix just takes over. Wolverine gives Colossus a fastball special over. I'm crying a little bit. Jean gets away. She's saying that she needs to die. Scott chases after her. She traps him. You want me to fight? I am with all my strength. But I can't forget that I killed an entire world. 5 billion people. As casually, as unthinkingly as you would crumble a piece of paper. I want no more deaths on my conscience. Your way, I would have to stay completely in control of myself every second of every day for the rest of my immortal life. If one more person died at my hands, it's better this way. Quick, clean, final. I love you, Scott. A part of me will always be with you. Jean, don't. No, don't. No. Scott. Gee. You planned this, didn't you? From the moment we landed on the moon, you shielded your intentions from our rapport. But just the same, I should have guessed. I should have realized that you could not become Dark Phoenix and remain true to yourself. The Jean Grey I knew. The Jean Grey I fell in love with. So you took steps to ensure that if Landra couldn't stop you, you'd do the job yourself. You must have picked the minds of the Korean Squall observants, learned that ancient weapons were hidden here. Then, you used your fight with the X-Men to drain you of enough energy to make you vulnerable. And finally, when you were ready, oh gee. Yeah, the movie just looks bad as of right now, and not because I'm a big fan of the comic, and I don't think that the X-Men movies are good. No, I actually liked most of the X-Men movies. It's just that not all the characters are there. They have some extra characters for some reason. They're changing up the story from it. The story of the Dark Phoenix Saga is she gets resurrected from the dead. She has these powers. She gets resurrected from the dead and she has these powers. These powers slowly start to take control of her, and then she unleashes them on the X-Men while trying to hold back. After they defeat her, they get taken up into space, and then she has to kill herself for the fate of the universe. This is clearly not going to happen in it, because, movie rights and what they can do in like a 2-hour-long movie, but they said that it was going to stick close to the comics. Almost none of the scenes I've seen in this trailer matched up to the comics at all. Who knows? Maybe the second trailer is going to be better, but as of right now, the movie is not looking that good. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to be talking about the characters, really, but why not? Because I'm already talking about how the movie's including other characters that aren't in it and characters that are not including characters that are in it. So let's just talk about characters in the book. I won't really be talking about them much, but the Cyclops who leads the X-Men, who's personally my favorite X-Men, especially in the book. He just goes through so much pain in that book. There's the Phoenix, Jean Grey. She's pretty awesome in it. There's Nightcrawler. He doesn't have much to do in the Phoenix Saga. Really, no one else does besides Cyclops and Jean Grey. But there's also Wolverine. Obviously, he's Wolverine. Colossus. You can't really have the X-Men Dark Phoenix book without Colossus and Wolverine, because they were a key part in that final battle bit. There's also Storm, which they have her, but she wasn't really doing much in the comic for the final fight bit. There's Beast. They do have Beast in it. So, yeah. It is important that they have Beast because he did come up with that little head thing. I mean, obviously Professor X. And that should be about it of the characters. Yeah. Well, was Angel on it? Yeah, Angel was in it as well. Yeah, those are the characters. But like, in the movie, there looks to be like 15 people or something on the X-Men. So you can tell that they're trying to kill off some people. It just... They're just messing up the characters.